I've got Luke Butkus here, assistant offensive line coach for the Bears. So tell me a little about this event and coming out to support your uncle.
Well, first of all, it's for my uncle, and it's a great cause. Raising money for the award, the Butkus Award, which I think he's just finally brought back to Chicago, which is great. But an anti-steroid campaign or I Play Clean program, so it's for a great cause, and I'm glad everyone is here. It's a great showing so far.
Have you showed up to the event before when it wasn't held in Chicago?
No, the last 20-something years it's been held in Orlando, and unfortunately I haven't been able to get to that one.
So this is your first time here. Are you excited to meet anyone in particular that's here to celebrate this occasion?
Well, I got a chance to
Besides me?
I got a chance to meet a few of the winners a few nights ago, and and their families, and it was real special. We were at the Blackhawks game together, and just seeing the quality players and people won this award.
And I was actually at the Blackhawks game. I was sitting directly in front of your box. Isn't it neat when it's still this many years later and the crowd goes absolutely nuts for Dick Butkus and goes crazy for that long until he finally has to take off his cap and sort of acknowledge them and say, all right, I'm here and I'm awesome, I guess.
Well, it makes you feel good to see one of your family members and how successful they are, and again, not just being him, but every one of my family members, and seeing how successful they are. So, it was quite an honor, and it was great.
I've got the man of the hour. What does it mean to you for this to be in Chicago for the first time in its history?
Well, it means a lot. It's just that I think people here, I think they appreciate good football, and bringing the award winners here, they get to see and meet, mixed with top high school linebacker in the country, college linebacker in the country, and a top pro this year. So I think it's, I don't know, I just thought it was a natural, and it took me a long time to try to get these people in Orlando to release it or at least work with me up there, and they decided not to, so this is fine. I got the rights back to my own name, and we're going to start it here, because if you can't make any money here for our campaign, which is the I Play Clean campaign, if we can't raise any money for that, well, then there's no sense having an award, really.
What inspired you to give the money or to start your I Play Clean? Why was that so important to you?
Well, we met some people that their children had committed suicide coming off steroids, and my cardiologist did some studies on bodybuilders and weightlifters who are known steroid abusers, one being a former Mr. Universe, and he found out that their heart was about 30 years older than it should be. And he told me, he says, Dick, this is a health issue, and especially for teenagers in their developmental years. And, so Old Spice has stepped up to the plate, and they've provided 10,000 booklets or pamphlets that our doctors and their people had put together. We sent them out to 10,000 high schools, which reaches 12 million kids. And they did some surveys, and there's over 500,000 kids that admitted using steroids. 30% are girls, of the new users are girls. And 80% of the kids never seen, heard, or read anything about steroids. So our mission is to get this out there and educate them people. I mean, we're not trying to invent the wheel here. We're just trying to get the awareness. Because in talking to some of these parents, they had said that if I knew what the signs were, maybe I could have prevented him from going the whole route.
Absolutely.
That's why we're here.
And what inspired you to add the high school and pro linebackers this year? Was that just to get the word out to more levels of people?
Exactly, because the teenagers at high school level, this award was always given to the college. Well, high school is getting to be a big deal now. There were 2 high school All-American games this year, and I think that's where they start, if not earlier, in junior high. So I thought that's the perfect place to go, and I think it's the perfect time for the NFL to jump on this wagon and not wait until they have Senate hearings like baseball has. So, and it's not admitting you have a problem or whatever. All we're doing is letting everybody know that there is a problem. When we sent out an email to the final 30 watch candidates, and this kid emails me back thanking me from, I call it nowhere, Mississippi. He emails me back, and he said, he's honored to be considered for the award, but he's really into the I Play Clean because the quarterback from the previous year who had a full scholarship to Ole Miss got busted for selling steroids, and he's doing a year in boot camp. So what happened to that kid's career? So if he just would have got one of those packed, and a coach says, hey, stay away from that crap, it's not good or whatever. So it'll take time, and we've got 3 years to do it, and then we'll move on to something else.